Welcome back to my channel where I take a look at your credit reports and I give you real raw credit advice and sometimes a little bit of a reality check, and I let you know exactly what your credit future looks like. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are about the video. My name is Jay Woodfin and this is the Credit Audit. You good, bro?
Yeah. All right.
All right, man. Cool. All right, now that we got that good Wi-Fi in place, let's go ahead and jump right into this thing, man. So first and foremost, what made you put yourself on my calendar to have this conversation with me?
Um. Well, I had been having like a rough year and a half,
Okay.
and I actually haven't even looked at my credit score, but
Okay.
just and now I'm trying to put stuff in line and trying to get stuff together and improving on it. So I was like, let me, it's a good time to check on my credit, and see what's going on with it. Because, like I said, I haven't looked at it at all, just going through what I was going through. So,
Okay. All right. So when you say you had a rough year and a half, elaborate for me.
um, separated and then was in a shelter.
Okay. So yeah,
So,
homelessness.
yeah.
Looks like so no work in place.
Well, I got hurt on a job.
Okay.
And so that was while I was separated and then, not having a place to go. So,
I got you.
oh,
I
that was
got you.
kind of just snowballed one after the other. So,
I understand, man. I understand. Life come at you fast sometimes, man. All you can do is do what you can at that point in time, bro. So I appreciate you for trying to step up, get
yep.
everything back in line, man, and see what we can do. Now, in a particular situation like this, I'm gonna tell you right now, credit is probably like the farthest thing away from your list of priorities of trying to get things in order. So let me start off at the basic, like the foundation of all of this. What does the income look like right now? Your income situation.
Well, well, I'm not, well, I'm saying, one, I'm not sure. They kind of still, I don't know if they still paying me or not, but I am supposed to start another job on Tuesday coming up. So,
Okay.
and that's just because everything is, bills don't stop. So,
Sure.
and the workers' comp doesn't really pay everything.
Right.
And so I need I need the income.
Right. Right.
And so,
That's gonna be the foundation for all of this, bro. Okay.
yeah,
And my information today to you will not be what my information to you would be a year from now once you've gotten back on your feet and maybe was able to put a few checks together and kind of get your life back in order. Okay.
right.
So what we're gonna look at, I'm gonna look at your credit profile, but we're not gonna look at it from a lens of trying to get it repaired
I got you.
because you don't need credit right now, right? You
Got
need money.
Right, right,
That's what the most important thing here is the financial foundation to be able to even start having these discussions in a real way
right,
where results or solutions can be found. Okay.
right.
So let's go through your report, man, and kind of let's look at what's been happening to you, dude. Let's just take a look, and I'll ask you some questions about where certain accounts came from or where certain collections came from, because for your situation being as kind of dire as it is, and let's just be honest, it's been a little dire for you. You really didn't dig the hole that you would expect somebody to have dug. Now you got some stuff on here that you're gonna have to deal with. But let's see what we're working with, man. So first and foremost, obviously your payment history is the first thing that takes a hit when you fall off work wise or
Right,
whatever the case may be. You start
right.
missing payments or being late on things, and that is the initial impact that always happens to almost everybody's credit file. Obviously, you can't go to collections or get things charged off without missing payments. And that's why that's the largest portion of your credit score. When you are dealing with a credit score algorithm, they are going to the impact is going to be made on things that are going to hit you first, right? So your on-time payment history is 35% of your overall credit score that you're able to manipulate. They know that's going to be the first thing that hits. So when trying to make money off people with poor credit, how do we do that fastest? Well, we address the thing that happens first. Missing a payment does ultimate damage to your credit score. All of a sudden, interest rates shoot up by 10, 15%. Now they got you in that bag. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a look at it, man. Let's take a look at these reports individually and see what we're working with here.
All right.
So right off the bat, what we're going to notice is we got a couple of smallish collections up over here. Okay. Now, the good thing for you is you don't have a whole lot of credit. So you don't have a whole lot of stuff that is really affecting you like that, that is open. So we don't have anything to worry about trying to maintain. Okay. Now you have a lot of things that closed on you that you're going to have to deal with from a responsibility perspective. And I'm going to lay out for you how that's going to work.
Okay.
Once again, this isn't going to be anything for you to really worry about right now because you really don't have much to take from right now. But as you
Nah,
move
I'm
forward,
just looking for the picture of it. Like you said,
yeah,
I'm just looking for the picture of
yeah,
what.
as you move forward, I want you to know what to expect because it's
Right.
going to start coming in waves, bro. So
Okay.
let's take a look at this real quick. So you got a portfolio recovery collection for $606 and a Southwest Credit System collection for $74. Those are two things that you don't need to worry about. I highly doubt that portfolio recovery is going to send an attorney after you for $606. So don't apply your money to things like that. Now, what
Okay.
you're going to be seeing that you're going to have to deal with moving forward are some of the accounts that have closed on you more recently. Now, you have a joint account with your lady. I don't know, was it your ex-wife or girlfriend?
No, this is my wife. We still married.
She what?
I said it's my wife. We still married.
Oh, you're still married. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is going to be y'all debt because you're a co-signer on this account. It's a joint account, this flagship card. I mean, y'all must have been doing okay at some point, man, because there was a high balance on this of 36,000. This is an installment loan. So what is this
It was a car.
a car note? Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys still got about 23 grand left on this. Now this got closed. Was that repossessed?
Yeah, it came about during during that time. About that happened like in I want to say like November of last year,
Hmm.
something
And then
like that.
you had a similar situation with Chase with an auto loan.
Well, actually, Chase was it was a trade in, so I traded in the car actually for the flagship one, and so
So
that was just,
you rolled over that balance, or you tried to roll over that balance into the flagship because it stayed with Chase. So something went wrong there.
so I you know what I was, and I guess that was one of the things I did see because that car was traded in for the car that I got with flagship. So, and when that happened, I thought that was supposed to, because they said they was, they did knew I had a balance with that,
Hmm.
and so from my understanding, that was supposed to roll into what I guess what kind of like what I was paying on top of with the new car, and
Typically
so
speaking,
that
if
was
there's enough equity in that car, yeah, that should roll over. It didn't
right.
happen. That did not happen.
Okay, see, I wasn't aware of that until just getting that. Like I say, this is my first time actually seeing my credit report in like about a year or so. So
Okay. So this is something that you're going to need to address. Okay. You're going to
okay,
need to call flagship and figure out what happened. Maybe even pull up some documentation that should have the absorbance of this Chase auto loan into that flagship loan because that should have happened. They should have taken
okay,
over that, and that Chase should have been zeroed out. They shouldn't have left
right,
any money on that Chase loan.
okay,
This happens. This happens more often than you not. They will make a deal, and then the deal on the other car's end doesn't go through, and you're none the wiser. Next thing you know, you got a charge off from Chase, and that car has been sold off at auction somewhere to CarMax or something like that, and you're left holding the bag with that old loan. So you need to figure that out. What happened with that flagship credit loan
okay,
with the Chase auto loan? Because that should have been absorbed in there. And then now we have another installment loan with Mariner Finance that had a high balance, and I'm assuming this is the original loan of $1,900, but then it closed out with a balance of 2410, which means to me that there weren't many payments made on that, and then the interest accrued on the late payments kind of took that above that 1900 original loan.
Yeah, so it's like I say, sometimes man, when it rains it pours. Like I actually had it automatic coming out, and then when I got hurt and everything started to happen between me and my wife and the separation and everything, it just it kind of became too much. I didn't have enough to what I'm saying, do certain stuff. So
I got you. I got you.
at first I was trying to make the car payments and then still send money home, and it was just it just became too much, especially like I said, once I got hurt.
Yeah.
I wasn't making as much because I was a bus driver.
Hmm.
So instead of me having like 85 to 90 hours, now they doing it just out like off my straight 80, and then it's like 60%, 66% of that, and it's like it's nowhere near like kind of what I was doing. So
I got you. I got you, man. I got you. And by the way, bro, there's no judgment, no heat, no
oh
nothing
yeah,
here, man.
I know. I was just kind of explaining to you
Yeah.
what.
Yeah. And then you got a couple of Verizon accounts here that have closed but have yet to be fully charged off. And this is the crazy thing about your file, man. You have all of these accounts in closed status, but most of them have not been sold to a collection company or even, dare I say, charged off. This is very strange. None of them have been written off like that. So here's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? That Mariner Finance loan, and this is going to be the long and the short of it, because you really don't have anything else you're dealing with. So I'm glad you didn't go get a whole bunch of little personal loans or anything like that that could just really stack up against you because it could get nasty. Your two major issues are these auto loans. Number one, the good thing about auto loans is they rarely actually sue for them. Once they snatch that car back and they sell it off at auction or something like that, they'll make a little bit of money. And more often than not, they don't even sell it to a collection company or go through a lawsuit. Now, it's not to say that they can't or won't, but more often than not, they don't.
Okay.
So with these particular accounts, the last date reported for the Chase auto loan was 2020, and then this other account, I can't tell when it closed. The flagship loan, I can't tell when that closed. But with the way this works, what state are you in?
Maryland.
Maryland. Let me look up your statute of limitation. You have a beautiful statute of limitations in Maryland. It's 3 years. Now, I'm not a proponent at all of people not paying what they owe.
I got you.
But in this particular case, in your situation where you've fallen on hard times, you've had relationship situations that just went south, and then you're hurt, hurt from the job, so the income is really unstable right now. It's not a situation where you can really affect the debt that you owe. I would love for you to pay this money back, but also in the same vein, if you can't, pretty soon here you won't be able to be sued for it. So my best advice to you, and this is not financial advice, 'cause I don't give financial or legal advice. I am not a
Okay.
CFP or a lawyer by any means,
I got
but I don't, I don't, I don't think that they're going to come after you for this debt, bro. And I think that after about a couple more years, you won't have much to do with this. Now, your credit will continue to suffer because they can report it for up to 10 years. Accounts closed can be reported for up to 10 years. Charge-offs and collections can be reported for up to 7. I think this is for you a sit tight situation and stack as much money as you can and don't worry about credit for a while.
you. Okay.
I would not challenge these through credit repair. I would not spend your money on credit repair. I wouldn't do anything. Let the main thing be the main thing, bro. You got to get money in your pocket.
Right.
Credit is not a thing right now.
Okay.
Okay. So what I would like to know is what are some of your long-term aspirations? What I know you were a bus driver. What are you going into now for work? What are you trying to do?
Well, right now I'm just kind of just trying to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kind of being picky, driving on some level, but not buses at the moment. Maybe some delivery stuff, but also I'm I guess I'm getting ready to do a real estate um class, like
For what?
to for like I guess real estate investment and stuff like that. Just trying
Not
to.
real. You're not real estate investing, bro.
Okay.
No, sir. No, sir. This is where the reality check comes in at.
No, that's how I'm. That, hey,
This is where the reality check comes in at. You're not getting into real estate investing.
okay.
Real estate investing, regardless of what anybody tells you, is going to take a lot of cash. There is an
Yeah.
upfront investment. I've been doing it for years. Do not waste your time in somebody's real estate investment or wholesale class or anything like that.
Okay.
More often than not, it's just a scam. Don't spend money on things that can't affect you right now.
Gotcha.
Go hustle, bro.
Yeah.
Go hustle. Take
I
odds
mean,
in it.
that's my first. I mean, that is my first step right now. Is just to
Take, yeah, take odds in jobs, man. Do whatever you got to do to put money back in your pocket to get your financial situation stable.
right.
Ain't no wishing on a star. Ain't no wishing on a star, bro. It's about the grind right now in the mud.
I got you.
All right.
All
So
right.
one of the things that I hate about the guru status of America right now is that they don't care who they dealing with and they don't care whose money they taking. They'll take your last dollar so they can go get on that yacht
Right.
and look pretty. You ain't there right now, bro.
You're right. Hey, I'm not arguing with you.
I got to keep it a buck with you, man. So first things first, man. Get your financial situation stable. I don't mean just get a couple of bucks in your pocket, but get something stable, man. I don't know what your living situation is right now. Do you got stable living situation? You out the shelters?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. So at that particular phase, you got transportation.
The bus right now. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you on the bus, man. So step two is you got to get some reliable transportation so that you can then at least go get you the type of job that you can rely on a day in and day out basis, man, and have,
Right.
a stable situation,
I'm
right?
say this was first. Living was first, and now that is
Live,
kind of my next thing is to
it's
get.
got to be, bro. It's got to be.
Yeah.
You got to get back on your feet, and then the next phase is starting to put some money away again, learning to budget properly, and then starting to
Well, I
save
will
some money.
say sometime within
Sure.
probably the next, say, 3 to 6 months, there will be a form of settlement from the accident coming in
Okay.
at some
But you
point.
can't, but you can't, but you can't bank on windfalls. So you got to take
Right.
it like it ain't happening,
Yeah,
right?
no, no. I'm just saying that at some
I got
point
you.
there will
I
be.
got you.
But I'm not. I know that's coming, but right now, like you say, that's what my mind is at now, is getting some work and just getting just just whatever I need to do right
Right.
now.
Right. So next step, saving, right? You need to save up to 6 months of income or at least bill paying stuff, man. Bill paying finances, man, so that you can start to live in a way that's adult again, right?
Right.
We don't want to be straggling, bro. We don't want to be straggling. And then, and only then, can you start looking at investing in making yourself better, bro? Investing in real estate courses or investing in, getting your credit starting to put back together.
Gotcha.
That's when you start looking at those things, all right?
Okay.
But not at this point, man.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
You got any
'Cause I
questions
think
for me, man? Anything I can answer for you?
no. No, because how sometimes I'm gonna say, in trying to figure things out, and what I'm starting to do too is also write down things, and get into, putting stuff down on paper and making
Yep.
a plan. And
Yep.
so that's kind of like where my focus is, to kind of, like I say, just to kind of come back to get things, you know, more steady, and just come back. And so I whatever I need to do that, that's the goal right now. And like I say, this just giving me a picture of whether if this was something I need to focus on, or
Absolutely.
do right now, or what I'm saying. I'm just kind of planning things out, because like I say, I'm making a 6 month plan. That's what I'm doing right now. So for the
Good,
next
man.
six
Good.
months, I'm trying to, by the end of the year, basically. So to see where I'm at towards, the beginning of the year, if I can reach all the goals and stuff that I'm trying to do in terms
Yep.
of getting back on my feet, and
Yeah, this is a one
being
foot in
more
front of the
steady.
other situation. It's a one foot
Yeah,
in front of the other situation, right? Just take the next step, right? Take the next step and do the next right thing. I find sometimes, man, that people come on here and they think they're going to be sold credit repair, or we got these grandiose dreams of finessing the game and getting all this funding and stuff like that. But sometimes I find that these phone calls end up in more of a reality check or a
Right.
a come to Jesus moment type. Hey, this is what life is really like right now.
Right.
Here's what you need to be focused in on. It needs to be tunnel vision on just these one or two things to get yourself back in a place where we can have this conversation a year or two from now.
Yes.
And so I'm open to doing that too, man. This is not something where I'm just trying to sell people on something or I'm solely focused on talking credit. Sometimes we got to talk life, bro, just to get you away from the nonsense, away from the distractions, away from the pretty shiny things that other folks will sell you because they will take your last dime.
Right.
Sometimes we just need to have a talk, bro. And I think that's what this was today.
Yeah. I mean, hey, like I said, that's fine. I'm not. Yes, of course, I do have ambitions of basically, trying to set my kids up and trying to point them in a better direction.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? I know ultimately that starts with me kind of doing the things and showing them the things that at one point where I was kind of, moving in the right direction and doing things, in the right way on some level. So right now, that's what it's about. It's just coming back. I'm coming back. So
there you go.
I ain't mad at, anybody that tell me what's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
okay with the process. You know what I'm saying? If this part of my process, then it's a part of my process
yes, sir.
because it's a
Well,
comeback. I ain't done. I ain't done yet.
it's true,
But
man. As long
it's
as you
just
got breath in
it
your
is.
body,
Just
bro.
getting the idea. It's just getting a clear picture of what I need to prioritize.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you for joining me on this call, Michael, and I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you and honestly having an open ear, man, and being able to hear some of the tough things that I think I had to say to you today, man. I think you're gonna be okay, bro.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, I appreciate it. Now, I'm gonna say that's one of the things. Like I'm gonna say, just in some of your videos and stuff, I think that comes off. You know what I'm saying? That it's not to say don't want to make money, but
Yeah.
that's not the
Oh, no,
main.
it's about the money, bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
about the
yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah.
But
But I'm
at
just
the end
saying,
of the day, y'all, you're real people. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right, right, and
yeah,
that comes off. That comes off that sometimes like you just said, it's not you're not ready for that, and I ain't here just trying to really take your money, especially if you're not ready for it. It's
right.
things you need to do, and so like I say, I can feel that. You know what I'm saying, kind of in the videos and stuff that you put out and stuff. So
Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate your support, bro. And I'm
yeah,
rooting for you, dog.
you
I'm
got
rooting
it.
for you, man.
Like when I tell you, look, in 6 months, I'll be ready to come back to you and
Come,
his
come talk to me.
and get an update and see
Come
if.
talk to me.
All
Come
right,
talk to me,
will
man.
do.
Check in with your boy, man. Check in with your boy.
I definitely will.
All right, my G.
All right, thank you.
Stay safe out there, bro. We'll talk soon, man.
Okay.